You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what He actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Good morning, happy Monday, happy Moon Day. Thank you so much for joining me. We're talking all about the Scorpio Moon today. That's our major transit. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Czar. Thank you for being here. So we'll talk through what's going on with the Scorpio Moon. I'll give you a brief walk through the week ahead so you can kind of align with the energy heading our way. We have a big week. This week also marks the USA's exact Pluto return. It's something a lot of people have been talking about for a long time, and we'll be talking all about it tomorrow. So stay tuned until the end of this live stream for more details about how you can learn about that. So let's go ahead and jump right in, but let me know, how are you feeling after this weekend? How's the energy of the week feeling so far? We're pulling away from that full moon, finally, still in the moon's releasing phase, but this is a Scorpio moon today, so things might get a little bit intense. And if you have a Scorpio moon, you know what I'm talking about. I have a Scorpio moon. Where are my fellow Scorpio moons at? We can be a little intense emotionally sometimes, and we're all in that energy a little bit. As I mentioned, the moon is in its waning gibbous phase, its releasing phase. So after the full moon, when the moon starts to lose light every night, it's a releasing phase. You can kind of think of the moon as a cup, and the light represents how much water is in the cup. It's dumping out a little bit of water every night. With the moon in Scorpio in this releasing phase, this is a really beautiful time to release emotionally, release energetically. Themes of power, control, fear, trust could all come up. Very interesting that we have a Scorpio moon on the day of the exact Pluto return for the United States, because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So this very scorpionic death and rebirth energy that we're walking into today. We can also expect heightened intuition with the moon in Scorpio, not only because the moon is in Scorpio, but the sun is in Pisces. So we're in a very watery energy today, a very emotional energy, a very intuitive energy. This is a really powerful time to cut energetic ties. So this could be a cord cutting exercise. This could be letting go of fear, because think about it, fear is an energetic tie. We're giving our energy a little bit to whatever it is that's making us worried or scared. This is a great time also to cut energetic ties with people who are pulling you down, release limiting beliefs, really just a time to purge. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Okay, you're feeling really low energy. Scorpio rising and Venus. A lot of emotions have been brought up. I've been wanting to cry for no reason. Yeah, well, your Scorpio rising with the moon in Scorpio, that means it's going to transit through your first house, bringing this emotional awareness to your sense of self, to your purpose. And then, of course, Venus is probably either in your first house or your 12th house. I'm guessing your first house. So also bringing a lot of emotional intensity to your values, your desires, how you receive love. And that could be a reason you're feeling like crying for no reason at all. I've been there with you, Czar. I get it. So let's walk through what's going on with the Scorpio moon, what connections it's making. This is a look at the chart right now. This morning at 5 a.m. Pacific time, you can imagine here, using your imagination during Pisces season, if you backed up the chart just a degree or two, you would see the moon forming this nice harmonious angle to the sun in Pisces. Again, both the moon and the sun are in water signs, so they harmonize with each other. They flow together very easily. And we might have started the day, Alex said he's feeling much better. This transit actually enhances our confidence, allows us to move intuitively and naturally through our day. So with both the moon and the sun in water signs, not only are we more aligned with our emotions, but we're also more psychically sensitive, emotionally intuitive. Today's a really beautiful day to let that inner voice, that inner knowing guide you, to let your intuition guide you, because the moon and the sun are flowing with one another. We are just feeling ourselves. We're feeling more confident as we're showing up in the world when the moon and the sun harmonize. So that's the effect. We're pulling away from it right now, but we're still feeling it a little bit as the moon is harmonizing with the sun. Now, watch what happens at 2 p.m. Pacific time. We'll jump ahead just a couple hours here, and you can see around, this is 3:30, but we'll take it. Around 2 p.m., the moon is going to square off to Mercury in Aquarius. So this is a 90-degree angle between the moon and Mercury. And if you've been watching for a while, you know that 90-degree angle, that square, can bring some conflict. These energies are not working together. Mercury is in an air sign. The moon is in a water sign. These are not complementary elements. So when the moon and Mercury clash, this could cause verbal mishaps, arguments, communication glitches, or breakdowns. Think of it as like a little mini Mercury retrograde, okay? But especially because the moon is in Scorpio, if our emotions are infused into a situation, it could kind of blow up pretty easily with the moon squaring off to Mercury. So both the moon and Mercury are in fixed signs. Scorpio and Aquarius are fixed signs. This is why there's this warning that comes along with this transit. Beware of getting fixated in your own point of view, okay? Beware of getting stuck in how you see the world. Watch your words, take a beat before you react. With the moon in Scorpio, we're all kind of harboring that scorpion tail, ready to lash out at a moment's notice if we feel threatened. So remember, our words and our emotions aren't working together when the moon squares off to Mercury, and everybody is feeling this. Try not to get offended easily if somebody else says something that doesn't quite land right. Misunderstandings are definitely possible, but the key to understanding misunderstandings is to realize that sometimes people's intentions don't actually line up with what their words are showing you, what their nonverbal communication is showing you. So really just try to give other people grace, try to slow down, navigate through any misunderstandings with an open heart, with an open perspective, try to see other people's point of view, and that should save you from any major conflict today, just giving other people grace. By 9 p.m., the moon opposes Uranus. So here's what that looks like. And when this happens, you can see here, moon and Uranus opposite each other in the chart. This can cause a mood swing. This is 9 p.m. Pacific time, so late tonight. We're kind of pulling away from any misunderstandings, any conflict. This also, I just want to go back a second to the moon squaring off to Mercury this afternoon. This doesn't necessarily have to be a conflict with someone else either. This could be your intuition and your rational mind conflicting each other, kind of bringing that internal tension or anxiety of like, what is it that I really want? What is it that I really need right now? Where am I going? What am I doing? Or why do I feel the way I feel? That's a big question you might be asking yourself when the moon squares off to Mercury. But again, we'll go forward. The moon opposes Uranus at 9 p.m. And this could bring mood swings. It could bring this intense need for some sort of excitement. But when we have this craving for excitement, it can be easy to try to create it on our own if nothing stimulating is happening around us. So avoid making rash decisions or chasing a whim or picking a fight. Just try to feel this excitement of some sort. You have this subconscious craving for something, unique or interesting to happen, but it's 9 p.m. Pacific time and midnight on the East Coast. So, just be aware that this is a very disruptive energy. It could disrupt you emotionally. It could make you feel this urge to create a disruption in your environment. Let's all just, again, take a beat, slow down, tap into our intuition with the moon in Scorpio, really ask ourselves, dig deep with the moon in Scorpio and ask ourselves why we're doing the things we're doing. Scorpio energy likes to get to the bottom of things. Really, is this researcher energy. Brene Brown is a Scorpio, perfect example. She wants to know why people act the way they act, why people do the things they do, what people crave on a deep emotional level. So if you're finding yourself getting agitated throughout the day or within conflict, either internally or externally throughout the day, this is a really beautiful opportunity to pause and ask yourself, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Where is this coming from? How can I pull this out and examine it and see, what is this emotion showing me? What do I need right now that I'm not giving myself? The final connection the Scorpio moon makes today is a beautiful harmonious angle to Jupiter. So we have the moon trine sun in the morning and moon trine Jupiter in the evening. These harmonious angles kind of sandwiching our day. Might be some tension in between, but we're ending and starting the day in a really harmonious, beautiful place. So you can see, just jump ahead an hour here, you can see the moon when it hits 12 degrees in Scorpio is harmonizing with Jupiter in Pisces. So water signs, again, this is allowing us to tap into our intuition easily. But when the moon and Jupiter harmonize, it's hard to feel negative. We're optimistic. We're seeing the silver linings. We're ending the day in a high vibe. If you're already asleep by this point, it might be at 2 a.m. If you don't live on the West Coast, or even, maybe the next day if you live in another part of the world. If you're already asleep, this could bring very sweet dreams. Powerful visits are also possible if you are someone who has vivid dreams or astral travel. You might have some really powerful or serendipitous encounters in your dream state when the moon forms this trine to Jupiter, especially, again, these are both planets in water signs, so we are very much tapped into and flowing with our intuition, our psychic abilities. But if you happen to be awake and you're thinking, okay, 2/22/22 this Tuesday, you're hoping to manifest. No pressure to manifest. If you are somebody who is excited about the opportunity to manifest on this very potent 2/22/22 day, 2:22 a.m. if you're on the East Coast could be a beautiful time to do that if you happen to be awake, or midnight, as the clock strikes midnight on 2/22/22, because the moon and Jupiter will be forming this harmonious angle, which is very fortunate. It brings good luck. It brings this like really potent energy of manifestation. Now, with that being said, I just have to warn you, my focus tomorrow, 2/22/22, will not be on manifestation. We'll be focusing a lot on the USA's Pluto return. But if you do want to tap into the energy of the two, go back to the live stream I did on 2/2/22. I was actually in Maui when I did the live stream, so you can find that on my YouTube channel or on thespiritualjournalist.com, and I talk all about the energy of two, the spiritual meaning of two. So if you're hoping to learn more about that, I'll invite you to go back to that live stream. But if you want to wait until midnight, until 2/22/22 or 12/22 a.m. maybe to manifest, could be a really beautiful time. Only because this Scorpio moon is harmonizing with Jupiter, and it's really going to amplify our luck, amplify our ability to manifest. So that's what's going on with the moon. In the background, we still have a couple transits within a degree of each other. Venus and Mars are still forming this conjunction. You can see transiting together through Capricorn now at 20 and 21 degrees. But like I said, they're within a degree of each other, and they'll continue to kind of meet up and pull away from each other as they transit through Capricorn and into Aquarius, which happens, I believe, in about 2 weeks. So this is a long-term conjunction. I've told you this before, but Venus and Mars are staying together, and it's really a beautiful backdrop for all of these transits playing out, helping us to easily lean into love, to merge our masculine and feminine energy, to find that kind of internal masculine-feminine balance. And then Jupiter is still forming a sextile to Uranus. I talked all about this last week. If you want to dive deeper into that energy, go visit that live stream. But you can see Jupiter, they're within a degree, Jupiter and Uranus, and this is helping create positive change, positive shifts, helping us see the silver linings with all of the changes happening around us. And then finally, the last background transit still playing out, this has been a very long-term transit as well, is Pluto and Capricorn over here forming a trine to the North Node in Taurus. Again, this is within a degree, and this is that same energy of transformation, of change, pushing us towards our highest purpose, helping us learn the lessons we need to learn in this very fortunate, easy flowing way. So the energy overall right now is really priming us for transformation, for change, for helping us walk through all of the shifts happening all around us. And so I would say if you're feeling like what's going on with the world, or you're feeling a little bit lost, which can be easy to feel during Pisces season, a little bit like, whoa, what's fantasy? What's reality? Just know that there are all of these transits supporting the changes happening all around you, supporting the shifts happening for you. Remember, the changes are happening for you, not to you. So let's do an overview, and then we will pull a card. Happy Moon Day, happy Monday. We're talking all about the Scorpio Moon today. As the moon dives into the deepest sign of the zodiac, our emotions can feel a little bit more intense. We are feeling things at their deepest level. We sort of have a sandwich effect today because we start off the day with a trine between the moon and the sun, helping us show up confidently, helping us use our intuition. But by midday, the moon squares off to Mercury, which could bring some communication breakdowns. Our rational mind and our intuition aren't exactly working together, and this could cause some verbal or mental mishaps. Just slow down and try to give others the benefit of the doubt. Try to give yourself the benefit of the doubt. We experience a shift in energy or a mood swing as the moon opposes Uranus late tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific time. So this could give us an intense need or craving for excitement. Just don't create your own excitement by picking a fight or creating some sort of disruption or conflict. But we end the day on a very harmonious note, 11 p.m. Pacific time. The moon harmonizes with Jupiter, bringing these good vibes, this abundant energy, a beautiful time to manifest as the clock strikes 12 on 2/22/22. That's what's going on today. Oh, 3-day weekend. Oh, I forgot. Also, today is a holiday, right? A lot of people have the day off. It's President's Day. Something I think is interesting, the day before the USA's Pluto return, that we're celebrating President's Day and the president's collective birthdays. Just think that's, I love when that happens. Nothing is an accident. The universe likes to give us little nuggets, little tidbits to think about. So I'll let you just ponder on that. I have plenty to say about the Pluto return tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to pull from the Moonology deck because we're talking all about the moon today, the Scorpio moon. And as I'm shuffling, if you have a copy of your birth chart, if you're familiar with your birth chart, this is a great time to take a look at what area Scorpio rules, what house Scorpio rules. That's the area that's going to be most emotionally activated over the next few days. The moon stays in Scorpio until Wednesday morning. So keep that in mind, and let's see what the universe has for us. Ooh, new moon in Taurus. Interesting. Taurus is opposite Scorpio on the chart. New moon in Taurus, and it says prosperity lies ahead. So let me pull up our guidebook and see what message this has for us. Already though, it just very much feels like there's this oppositional energy pulling the Moon and Taurus card while we have a Moon in Scorpio. So what page are we going to? We are going to page 44. Ooh, we love that. We love a repeating number. Page 44. Here we go. Maybe. These page numbers are not the same in the document as they are on the pages. Okay, here we go. New Moon in Taurus. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. The card suggests you have what you want, including material things. You can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a long-term, maybe a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. And some other additional little tidbits the guidebook gives is to get or give a massage, really focus on having a healthy body, a healthy mind. It also says you will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Get clear on what you value most. That will help you find peace. Take some time to take care of yourself, pamper yourself, and start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. So this is actually a very financial card. If finances have been coming up for you, this card is for you, reminding you that you are worthy and capable of manifesting anything you desire. And I mentioned there's kind of this oppositional energy because today's Scorpio moon can bring up a lot of fears. It can bring up a lot of doubts, a lot of shadows. Scorpio rules our shadows. That's why we have these intense emotions. We go deep within. We kind of pull out what's holding us back, those limiting beliefs. So if you're feeling intense emotions come up today, or you're doubting yourself, this is a good opportunity to pay attention, okay? Why do I believe this thing? How is that holding me back from manifesting? The law of attraction states that you attract what you are. So if you're somebody who's doubting yourself and constantly telling yourself, well, one day I'll have that thing, or one day I'll be able to do that, you're actually telling the universe that you're not ready for that right now, that you in your current state are not worthy of calling that thing in. So instead of saying, I will do this, or one day I can do this, or someday this will happen, a little brain hack here is to use affirmations. I am worthy of wealth. I am worthy of abundance. I am a multimillionaire. Whatever you're calling in, I am a mother if you're someone who is trying to have children. I am financially secure. Whatever that is for you, saying it in an affirmative, what's the word I'm looking for? Like present statement instead of a future statement or a past statement, it actually has the effect on your brain when you use affirmations, when you say things as if they're true, as if they've already happened. Your brain starts to operate in a way as if they already have. This is scientifically proven. It's pretty amazing what our brain is capable of. So remember that. Remember as you're reflecting on what you want to manifest, especially like I said with 2/22/22 tomorrow, a lot of people are going to use that energy as a portal to manifest. Ask yourself under this Scorpio moon, what fears are holding me back? What limiting beliefs are holding me back? How am I declaring my desires to the universe? Is there any doubt when I'm making these declarations? And that will help you gain some clarity, and it could unlock a whole new level of manifestation, happiness, contentment, whatever you're seeking in this life. So that was an interesting card we pulled today, but also, if finances are on the mind, a very positive card for you. You're worthy of whatever financial or work situation, material situation you are calling into your life. All right, well, that's going to do it for today's transits. Just the Scorpio moon. Tomorrow is much of the same. We're just talking about the Scorpio moon again. And of course, the USA Pluto returns. So For those of you who are curious about the Pluto return and want to learn more about it, tomorrow morning for transits today, I'm just going to focus on what's going on energetically for the day, the transits, if you will. We also have Mars forming a sextile to Neptune and Venus over the next 2 days. Mercury is forming a sextile to Chiron. Really beautiful healing realizations could come through. We can lean into romance, lean into our imagination, our fantasy over the next couple days. Mercury's also going to square Uranus, though, so there could be a shift or a change of consciousness, a major realization that comes through by Wednesday. And then Thursday, the moon enters Capricorn, a very quiet day, just forming one transit to the sun. By Friday, the moon is getting support from Jupiter and Neptune, so a very positive energy to end the week. That's on Saturday, I should say. And then on Sunday, we have a conjunction between the moon, Venus, Mars, and Pluto. Very intense day in Capricorn. So if you have a ton of Capricorn energy in your chart, if you've really been feeling the effects of all these Capricorn transits, Sunday's a day to keep in mind that could be a bit emotionally intense, especially Sunday morning. Or Saturday night even into Sunday morning. So that's a little look ahead on what's going on this week. But yes, so tomorrow we'll focus on the transits with the Scorpio moon, and then we will have a separate live stream a little later on in the day talking all about the USA Pluto return. And we're going to look at the USA's birth chart, what was going on when the Declaration of Independence was approved. We'll also look at Pluto transits throughout the past 250 years, what was going on at these different pivotal points in time with Pluto and how that was creating change or transformation in the country. I have a lot of fun stuff I've been brainstorming and cooking up for you. So follow me on Instagram to learn more about when I'm going live, how to follow along with the USA Pluto return live stream. It'll be tomorrow, probably around 11 a.m., but still working out some details, trying to bring on a guest to come talk with me. So fingers crossed, put out that good energy for me. Scorpio's in your second house, okay? Mine too, a little bit. So, this card, Chelsea, about income and calling in something, manifesting something when it comes to income or work could be really applicable to you because actually Taurus rules the second house when we pulled the new moon and Taurus card. So there could be some fears about your worth, some limiting beliefs about your self-worth, about what you feel capable of calling in financially or materially. Just whatever comes up for you, remember that you're worthy and ask what any fears or limiting beliefs are showing you, especially about money for you if Scorpio is ruling your second house. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me this morning. I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning with transits today. We have lots of fun stuff to talk about and an exciting week ahead. So I hope you'll join me again, and I hope you have a beautiful Monday. I hope this Scorpio moon treats you well, helps you maybe have a few breakthroughs or release any limiting beliefs, release anything holding you back from your highest good. I'll see you right here tomorrow morning, but until then, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.